Hey guys, and welcome back to this brand new tutorial on my YouTube channel. And in this tutorial, we will be making a 1v1 system where you can invite other players in your server for a 1v1 battle. The first person in the battle to get 3 points wins the battle and gets 100 coins. But the system is very large, so I will be splitting this video into 2 parts. Just to not torture you guys, because I could have made it 9 parts, but I'm making it 2 parts. But before I start off, members of my channel get a shout out during the video. So here we go: Amanda17, Reza, Savannah, Sour Toads, Simply Demand, Adri, and Targavol14. Thank you all for becoming a member on my channel. Now, before we actually get into Roblox Studio and do the video and get to the coding and setup, I want to showcase this system to you first. So as I said, you can invite players in your server. So we're going to click on Create Match. As you can see, I am player 2. I can invite player 1, so I'm going to click on Invite. As you can see, a 10-second countdown. Player 2 invited you for a 1 versus 1 game. Wanna accept the challenge? Yes. We want to accept. As you can see, player 1 has accepted. And then the game starts. And we are spawned into Arena. You can also spawn in Park. But it is a randomized thingy, so it doesn't have to be entirely sure where you are going to spawn. As you can see, we can now play the game, and I am player 2, and I'm going to kill player 1 for a point. Boom! And player 2 has 1 point. As you can see, player 2.1. Then another countdown will start for the next round. As you can see, starting next point, fight in 3, 2, 1, 0. Boom! And here we go. Okay, let's fight. Yoo-hoo! As you can see, if this player kills player 1, it is now 1-1. But as I said, the first person to get to 3 points wins. So let's do that right now. As you can see, the next point fight, and it starts now. And then we can go ahead and kill player 2 once again. As you can see, it is now 1-2 or 2-1, however you want to pronounce it. Player 1 has 2 points, player 2 has 1 point. And this is for the final point. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. And now we are going to player 2 again, and this time I will actually win the entire round. 3-1. I took 1 minute and 8 seconds. And as you can see, player 1 is the winner. And then we will get spawned out of the arena back to base plate. As you can see, base plate. And then we will see that player 1 has won and player 2 has lost. So as you can see, it will show. As you can see, you won 1-3. I won with 3 points and I lost with 1 point. And as you can see, player 1 actually got 100 extra coins. You guys couldn't see that, but player 1 has gotten more coins. So this is the system we will be recreating today in Roblox Studio. I have never seen a 1v1 system on YouTube or Roblox Studio, a tutorial on it. So I do believe this is a really cool video. So let's hop straight into it. So to set this system up, it is actually really simple. All you have to do is go to the link in the description down below, and you will see a 1v1 system. You will see a Roblox.com link, which will go to a page where you can get the system for free. And then once you get the system, you can launch Roblox Studio, you can launch a new base plate, and then all you have to do is go to View, go to Toolbox, and then click on the 4 blocks over here. It is inventory, and then you will see 1v1 newbie 7. So just click OK. 7 scripts, and it is under the map. So let me just drag it up, and there we go. Just like that. That is perfect. Now we have to open the system up. So let's do that, and we see replicated storage, server script service, starter GUI, teams, and workspace. So open replicated storage and drag replicated storage, everything inside of it. Just drag it into replicated storage, just like that. Server script service, same story. All you have to do is just drag them in where they're supposed to. Go start your GUI, yes. Teams, it is down actually, it's over here, teams. And workspace is everything in here, workspace. And now you can simply delete everything just like that. and this is your system setup. Publish your game, click on game settings at the top, go to security, and then enable this one. Make sure you enable it, just like that. Enable Studio access to API services, and this will enable Studio to communicate with data stores and all that stuff, so where you can like save money and all that stuff. So just enable it, click on save, and then you're good to go. Now, in this tutorial, we will be coding the invite client and the handler over here. Handler and invite client. And in part 2, we will be finishing the system up with a match client. So the So the reason this system is so large, because of course it requires a lot of coding, it requires a lot of bug fixing and all of that stuff. But the reason we are only going to be coding 3 scripts is because they are the largest in the system, and you learn a lot from it. My channel is based on teaching you guys how to learn scripting, how to understand Roblox scripting, and by only coding the most important, that way I can teach all of you the best about Roblox Studio coding, which is, again, what my channel is for. I want you guys to learn coding, and that is what I'm here for. So that is why in this tutorial we will be coding the handler script, we will be coding the invite client script, and the next video, which comes out tomorrow, we will be coding the match client. But I have personally never seen a 1v1 system on YouTube. I recently searched it out. I have never seen a 1v1 system on YouTube. I am the first person to make a 1v1 system tutorial, and I will be delivering the best result, which requires some input from you guys. So make sure you keep up with the coding. Join my Discord server if you need any help, if the code doesn't work, or if you have a question. Join the Discord server down below. I am very active in the server. I will always answer your questions. Let's get to coding. Good luck! we're done with the coding, we have to fix one little bug, which I accidentally did, and it is in the handler script on line 132. Right over here, I did a capitalized L, my bad. It just should be player. Just like that, and you just fixed a bug. So as I said, we will briefly be going over the code which we just coded. Since we cannot really test the system because we are missing an entire script, you can't expect a system to work when you only have 3% of it. I'm kidding, we have like a lot. But the code in the handler script, we are getting the player service, the replicated storage, we're getting all of the functions, and we're getting all of the scripts that we need. If you would look, we have functions, init, set, get, save, and we got get map, get table, cancel, init. So for example, cancel, we will be coding that in the match client, and we haven't used it, so we cannot test the system out with that. More variables, set up the player frame. This is the frame that shows up when someone gets a point, I believe. Then we got the display timer. That is the timer at the top, which you saw at the beginning of the video, and the timer just counts up until whatever minute, and then you can then we can stop the match if it's still going. And with the timer, we also set the status label, and we also actually set the time. So for example, convert to minutes. So if it is 60 seconds, it will show up as 100 because it's a minute. Update points, this is for the label 2, so this shows who is in the charge. So if player 1 has 2 points and player 1 has 1 point, then it will show up as 2-1. You get the idea. When the player joins, we're going to get all of the data, and when you die, we are going to run a whole mechanism to check what killed you, who killed you, if you're in a match, and all of that stuff. Because, for example, the result, for example, if player 1 is the winner, then we're going to set the winner, we will end the game, and when you die, we're going to set a point, all of that stuff. When you leave the game, we will save your data. If you're in a match, we will tell the game, hey, this person left, so let's end the game. Kind of like that. When someone tries to invite someone, if you are in a match, then you're already in a match, you cannot invite someone. If the other person is in a match, you can also not invite them. But if they are not in a match, then we will send them, yo, you wanna 1v1, you know? And we will return true. And then when the player accepts, that's when the real fun starts, because manager.create. We will create the actual match. We will set up, we'll set the attributes, we'll set the spawn, we'll set the player frame, we will teleport you, and we will tell the match to start. Anchor state. We'll wait 10 seconds for everybody to load in, for the map to load in, for the scripts to run and all that stuff. And then set up weapons, and then match running is equals to true, and then display timer. So this is when the game actually starts, and all of this code over here, because all of those match and manager and data, all of those scripts do it for you. So all you have to do is just call them. That's how simple it is. So the invite client is pretty self-explanatory. Replicated storage, players, tween service, and then we will call all of the GUIs. We will get the tweening for the frames and the buttons, because all of the frames and buttons are tweened differently. But in this way, we can tween them on a preset way, and then we will also, as you saw, position is equals to whatever. So we actually set a destination. The exit frames are answer frame and error frame. You can exit both of those, and then at the bottom of the script, as you can see, we will toggle them. So if you press the exit button, we will remove the frame. Then we can toggle the frames. Pretty self-explanatory. We will set the frame, and if it's true, then we will tween it to your screen, and if it's false, we will tween it away, because minus always means away. Kind of like that. If there's an error, we will show that one. When the player joins the game, when a new player joins the game, we will show them in that little list you saw. So like player 1, player 2, invite, and all that stuff. We will create that over here. When a player actually joins, so this is like the function for it, and when the player actually joins, we will add them to the list. And then if you leave the game, we will destroy you from the list. When you are going to invite someone, the other player can accept or deny, and if you accept, we will toggle the frame away, and we will send to the server accepted. If it's denied, it's the other way around. It's denied. You have 10 seconds to answer, as you can see. If you answer, then we will stop this loop because you answered with a deny or accept. And if you haven't answered, we will just say you denied. When the player actually accepts when a player accepts your invite, we will tell the other player, for example, player 2 has accepted, if you are player 1. And if they denied, then we're just going to do deny. When you press on the create match button over here, we will show the player list, so where you can invite them. And then you can press on the button, so it's like a cooldown, it's a spam prevention, so you cannot spam it. And then we will set the cooldown to false, so you can click it again. It's really just to prevent spamming, because if you spam the button, the game will get confused. You don't want that. And again, when you press exit, then we will just tween every available frame away. So this is how you make a 1v1 system, part 1. In part 2, we will be recreating, or well, we will be writing the match client, and in that way, we will be finishing the tutorial, and then we can actually do it for a playtest. So in part 2, we will be creating the match client, and I will be explaining the entire system for the people who want to learn. As I said, I briefly explained what the code does, only the scripts we scripted. But then we can also explain the rest. So for example, we can explain data, manager, match, readme. There's a lot of things in here, contents. We can also explain this one and all of that stuff. That's what we will be doing in part 2. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you like it. If you don't like it, please drop a dislike on the video. We all saw the end result in the first part of the video, so that is what we will be striving towards to. And then the next video, which comes out tomorrow, we will have a working 1v1 system, which is actually really cool. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you want to, become a member down below, join the Discord server down below. And all I can say is that my name is Newbie, and I say, peace out.